Hey guys, I'm Ramble and welcome back to a new year of Rambles. Okay, so it's the end of January and it's the first time I've actually been able to kind of come and make a video. Like, I've had time, I've been prepared, and no distractions, no one else in the house. Um, so yeah, sorry it took kind of a long time. So this video, I'm gonna try and talk about what happened in 2023 and then what I'm planning to do for 2024. So I have notes I need to follow in order to make sure I say everything. And so I'm really sorry, guys, but I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to break the magic and take off a hand paw so I can read the notes on my phone. Um, I apologize sincerely for the distressing content of this video. Um, so sensitive viewers may wish to look away. Um, so yeah, show some skin like the absolute harlot I am. Okay. Um, so let's let's get into some of the details of what did I actually do in 2023, because it was quite a busy year, quite a stressful year. So let's just see what I've done. Okay, so if you watch the second video I ever made on this channel, um, then you'll know that I was planning to do some kind of quarterly thing where each quarter of the year I would do a different language and stuff like that. That didn't come into fruition. It was just a bad idea for me personally. I think I need to have less structure in what I'm attempting to do and just kind of go with the flow. Because when I do that, things tend to turn out a bit better when I'm not trying to be so rigid with things. Um, the languages. So I said I was going to learn German and French up to A2, like upper beginner level. And I have to say, with German, I've done that. So I've definitely fulfilled my goals with German. Um, when I came back to the UK, I used this book, and I got almost all the way through it. There's 23 chapters in here, and I got to chapter 22. I'll try and finish it off before the end of January, but yeah. Teach Yourself German by Paul Coggle and Heiner Schenke. Um, so it's actually quite good. I'd say the structure of this textbook is actually really nice if you want a decent beginner German textbook. The only problem I have is that the glossary sucks. They put vocabulary in this and then they don't explain it. And then you go to the glossary and it's not there either. So you have to have a dictionary as well if you're going to use this. That's just one downside I thought of it. Also, some of the exercises are a bit boring, but like other than that, it's not that bad. French, I did a little bit. Oh yeah, with German, I was doing the Nikos Vec course online, and I did that for a couple months. But then it got very difficult to keep going with it, especially when you have a full-time job, because the lessons are quite long. So I ended up kind of dropping off and doing a little bit at a time. Yeah. And then, yeah, I kind of, I stopped studying German for a couple months because I wanted to get ready to move. That was like the big thing. I had to move countries, and that was quite stressful. So I just stopped studying for like 3 or 4 months, something like that. Yeah, French. I did try it a couple times. I attempted, but I just wasn't engaging with it. I think it's because I was still quite early with German. I think once I'm more comfortable with German now, so I could probably start doing French. But trying to do very basic beginner stuff in two languages at once can be a bit distracting because you kind of feel like I'm not ready yet to move on to a new one. So at least I felt like that. And then Japanese, I just kind of coasted. I didn't do anything specific to help improve it. I read a little bit of a book, Japanese short stories by Olly. I read like one of those, but other than that, I didn't really practice any Japanese, other than, well, living in Japan, like, obviously I'm speaking Japanese every day, but other than that. Oh yeah, I also said I'd do some reading. I did do a little bit of reading, but as I said, I was very busy, um, so not too much. I'm gonna try and do more reading this year, and also I want to try and do more reading in foreign languages, so I'll try and do some German. I'm doing the German short stories by Olly Richards. I'm reading that book right now, and then I want to... a lot of language learners read Harry Potter in other languages, and, you know, as a Brit, I know Harry Potter fairly well. I actually, I have to confess, I only read the books once. Like when I was, I don't know, 7 or something, I started reading the series, and then I read them all. But at that age, I kind of didn't understand why anyone would reread a book that they already know the story of. I get it now, but like back then I didn't get it at all. But so I'm rereading Harry Potter in English, and then I can do it in German or Japanese or whatever. So yeah, I finished the Philosopher's Stone, and I just read Quidditch Through the Ages, which was kind of a waste of time, but whatever. Something amusing about Quidditch Through the Ages, it mentions that there's a Japanese Quidditch team called the Toyohashi Tengu, which I found amusing because Toyohashi is the city where JMOF is hosted. For those of you who don't know, JMOF is Japan Meeting of Furries. It's the largest furry convention in Japan, and yeah, it's held in Toyohashi in Aichi Prefecture. So I just found that kind of amusing, that the Quidditch team is from the furry city. So yeah, I'm gonna start reading Chamber of Secrets, and then, you know, the rest of the series. But I probably won't bother with the Fantastic Beasts book. I have it. I might read it if I get bored of the main series, but I don't know. And then then once I've kind of refreshed my mind on that, then, you know, that'll be great, and I can like read it in German or French or Japanese or whatever. Okay. I think that's mostly it. I didn't really do much last year because I was moving. That was stressful. So I had to prepare a lot for that. Also, in May, I had surgery on my back, and that took me about a month to recover from. And that was a really bad experience that I would not wish to repeat. Do not recommend surgery if you can help it. Oh yes, so, and then obviously towards the end of the year I had a lot of bad mental health. Luckily, so December was pretty rough because I caught something. I don't know if it was a new COVID variant or if it was just some kind of cold, but it lingered for weeks. Like, it lingered for like 3 or 4 weeks. It was really bad. And that just sent me into depression because A, I said I was going to apply to university. I needed 3 academic referees for my application. 2 responded on the first day. Excellent, great. The third person didn't respond. And I waited a week, and then I was going to message them. But then I got hit with this cold, whatever. And I just was completely bedridden. And then I felt like crap. And then the deadline kept creeping up, and then it was going to be the holidays where they're not going to be at work, so they're probably not going to be looking at their work email. And so I ended up just being like, I'm not going to apply. It's obviously fate is saying, like, don't do this right now. It's not a good idea. So I'm just going to do something else. And I found a job position that I've applied for. I sent them my CV, and they've got like an open day kind of thing on the 3rd of February, so I'm going to go there and see if I get a job. It's only a temporary job, it's some seasonal work, but, you know, it's something. It's better than nothing, so yeah. I'm also maybe getting a car from my sister-in-law soon, so that would be great, because then I can drive and escape without the help of my parents, because public transport where I live is essentially non-existent. You see all these videos online of people being like, Europe versus America. Oh my god, Europe has so much better public transport. It's like, not really. Some of the transport really sucks, especially if you're in a rural area and not in the major city. Um, so yeah, as much as it's fun to dunk on America, it's not really fair a lot of the time, especially when you compare the UK, which isn't the best. Okay. Um, so yeah, I'm not applying to uni, but gonna, I am trying to get a job. I've applied for a job. I don't really have goals this year. It's kind of more ambitions. Like, I want my life to be sorted out and not suck. That's kind of sad. Isn't that a sad goal? You know what? My New Year's resolution is this year not have a shit life. Okay. It's honestly not like that bad. Like, I'm quite lucky in like what I have at the moment. Even though I'm not like 100% happy with my life, it's like not. It could be way worse. Remember, kids, things can always get worse. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, so I don't really have goals so much as ambitions this year. So I'm not going to push myself too hard because I'm still kind of recovering from everything that happened in 2023. I do want to try and get French up to an A2 level, so I'll try and work through a Teach Yourself French book because I have that. I do have other French and German courses, but they're like more in depth, and so although that's good, like I kind of just want to get the basics done. Um, and then I want to do some more reading in German. Maybe Japanese, but I'm kind of after living in Japan for 5 years, like Japanese as a language doesn't really have any appeal to me anymore. It's kind of like, done with that. So I mean, I'm giving it a bit of a break, and then maybe in 2025 I'll be more optimistic about it. Maybe if I plan a trip to go back to Japan for a holiday or something, then I'll definitely pick it up then, but at the moment I'm kind of just giving it a bit of a break. Yep. And then possibly I'll just dabble in some languages, just for fun. Maybe even some, maybe even some ancient languages. So that's like my goal kind of for 2023. Hide this so no one can see it. That's my goal for 2023. 2024, my goal for 2024. Kind of just ease myself back into life in the UK. Try and get hopefully get a job, even if it's not full time. You know, it's something to build experience and a routine around. And yeah, uh, just be a bit more relaxed with language learning. I don't. It's not. It's not like important. It doesn't. I don't need it for an exam or a job or anything. So just try and relax, have fun with it. Don't take everything so seriously. That's my goal for 2024. Because let's be honest, the world at the moment, there's so much like horrific stuff going on. You don't need to make your life any more serious than like the rest of the world is trying to make it. So just, you know, take care everyone, and I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Okay, see ya.